Here. I am about to play Sunset Overdrive. It is a very exhilarating, crazy game that really doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't need to. The fact is, it is a fun game to play. The combat is just phenomenal. The guns are insane. I think they went over the top. I think they were really not caring how the storyline went. They really wanted to focus on just making this game as silly as possible. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and start it up, show you guys a little bit about it, talk about it a little bit, and possibly we'll be making more videos exactly like this one. Probably going to do a little few hints and tips of how to survive in Sunset, and where some collectibles are. Probably a little bit of multiplayer action, get some single player videos, just a whole bunch of stuff. Pretty much a lot of what to do and what to not do in the city of Sunset. Now, of course, the biggest thing not to do is to stay on the ground. The ground is the most troublesome place you could possibly be in this game. This game actually revolves around its big traversal system of wall running, grinding, bouncing, all this. If you stay still, you are going to die. You are very, very squishy. You will not survive for very long. Now, death is not a big penalty to this game. There's actually some crazy ways how you come back to life. It is rather funny. But still, the whole point is to stay alive. Especially from those things. I really hate poppers. But, like I said, I'll show you some tips and tricks. Best thing is, always look for cars and vents. Those will keep you airborne all the time. Anything that looks like a ledge can indeed be grinded on. Always remember that. You will never not have anything to grind on, pretty much. You can always find, always find something. Another good thing is, always with your weapons, check which weapons do the best amount of damage. If you go to this little weapon tab, or character tab here, click on the weapons, each weapon at the bottom right hand corner will tell you if it's best if it's best against a scav, a robot, a OD, or a super OD. As you can see, I've acquired a good selection of weapons here. I've of course got the 2 DLC weapons. Those have been helping me out a lot. This is my favorite weapon. This is great against scavs. This is my second favorite weapon, which is great against OD. Now, you'll probably see me use those a lot. I'm going to go ahead and start up a traversal challenge just to show you a little bit of how the traversal system works in this game. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed, but not really, in a way. I mean, you can scale buildings and whatnot, but it's not as easy. You have to look for crazy shit. Like, I don't see anyone ever bouncing off a car or grinding on a rail like this, but you just never do. I mean, it's of course a crazy game just to let you have fun with. Now, another thing. This game is also quite big about doing their what they call it, amps. You always want to have good amps. You always want to look for these amps wherever you can, especially ones that have to do with your weapons. Weapon amps are the best. Determining on the amp, it really depends on how this game's actually going to play for you. Like, as you can see, I've earned quite a few things. I've got traps for when I want to make new amps. Sometimes when you make new amps, you have to sit around and go Breaking Bad style, really. You have to guard a vat while everyone tries to come up and blow it up and fuck you over. Crazy shit that happens. And anyway, like as you can see, it's not that hard to stay above the city if you've played this in OL. I say that right as I fall. If you've played this enough and you know where the city is, I mean, it's really not too hard to accomplish. Now, there's always crazy things to do in the city. Like this stuff right here, these little challenges, you will always find challenges. They're always nice to do. Some are traversal, some are bomb drops. You have some that are like the Buck versus ODs or something like that. It's some crazy redneck who thinks he can make this into a reality show of people stylishly killing all the OD, which I'm taking part in. I can't. Oh god, I didn't go through it. I've taken a part in it already. I can't discriminate, but it was fun. That's where I actually got my threads. But yeah, there's always something to do in Sunset, and if you don't find anything in single player, the multiplayer is great. You can team up with up to 8 people and defend a vat. Any amp you get out of this challenge, you get to keep. So it is just a great way to do it. I had to go back. I'm sorry. I know you saw me do that once. I had to go for the gold. I don't know what it is about me and completion. I am a big completionist when it comes to video games. You'll probably notice everything I see I have to get. Especially since I bought these little collectible maps. I really need to make new amps. And I've got all these little collectible maps so I can see where the collectibles are. Like this one right here. Oh god. There's I think it's, yep, toilet paper. And there's also some shoes somewhere taking on the line. Oh god. I think that's actually down here. Shoes. Missed them. Dodge those little poppers! Oh god. Woo! Oh man. Oh man, alright. They have more weapons you can buy. Biggest thing you always want to look for when playing this game is, you know, everybody's different. Everyone has a different playstyle. Some people want to get right up in the action. Some people want to just fly around the city, have some fun. You know, some people want to set traps and see who falls into them. I'm one of the people who is all around. I like to do the traversal and stay in the action as much as I can. Determining your playstyle, there is, so far I've seen a good couple weapons that you can choose from to suit your playstyle. Like I've seen some that are just nothing but your stationary little weapons that you sit and you make to trap the OD in and to have them get hurt. Like there's one that's like a little acid splasher. I like it. I've never used it. I've seen people use it. It's hilarious. You just throw it on the ground, and what it does is it's like a little spray hose that just pops up like a God, what's the best way to describe it? Like, you know, the sprinklers. That's what I'm looking for. The little lawn sprinklers. It pops up like that, sprays acid on everybody. It's really hilarious. It's all in good fun. Like I said, keep tuning in. I am going to make more hints, tips, all that kind of videos. The biggest thing I wanted to do is show this game off a little bit before I actually really start getting into playing it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you could, just leave me a like and subscribe and a comment on what I should do better, any games you would like to see. And other than that, let me know how I'm